Well, Goldman Sachs just put out a survey, which is some sort of data point. And again, if you listen to the leaders at these frontier AI companies, at Google, at OpenAI, Anthropic, they all have a very diverse range of opinions about the impact. And I think we're going through a fundamental moment in history where you have half the people are technical optimists and the other half are technical pessimists.
You talked about Hinton.
Yes.
Can we just come back to his doomsaying? Because we love a bit of doomsaying.
You want a bit of doom? I'll give you some doom.
Let's have
hit
some
him with the doom,
This
Julie.
is so interesting.
Yes.
So Geoffrey Hinton, one of the godfathers of AI, came up with this deep learning architecture, sold himself to Google. He basically put together him and two mates and said, "You should buy us as a business because we're future Nobel Prize winners."
Yes.
Sold himself to Google, and then all of a sudden, about I think it was 2024, he announced his resignation. One of the world leading computer scientists at the best company, arguably. And people said, "Why did you leave?" And he said, "Because I didn't realize how powerful AI was becoming, and I am seriously concerned about an existential risk. And I can tell you technically why I have this existential risk." And he has spent the last 2 years just talking. You can find him on podcasts, YouTube. It's so interesting. He has some very specific technical reasons why he thinks AI is a threat. Yes. Now, I should say, a lot of his peers completely disagree with him. They think he's like fear-mongering. But his technical threat is...
Churchill didn't have many people believing him either.
Well, exactly. His particular argument, I'll be very quick, is that if you look at the number of neural connections in the human brain, I think there's 100 trillion neural connections, something like that. If you look at something like GPT-4, it's estimated there might be 1 trillion. Yet, ChatGPT-4 knows a lot more than any of us as humans do about the world.
I think average IQ is, 136
Is that
for
right?
that, yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, I didn't know that. So he says, how is this possible? He said it is quite likely that digital learning is more efficient than biological learning. It might be that we've actually developed a far more efficient learning technique that will scale. And he says, furthermore, imagine if you want to communicate between humans. Let's say you want to tell me all about your job at the bank. You can't plug a USB stick into my brain and download what you know. You would have to verbalize it. We need a lot of beers and a lot of pubs for months before I can even get close to your level of competence.
I think that's a great way to spend the afternoon with you, Julie.
Yeah, well, let's do it. But an AI model, the intelligence of the AI model is literally mathematical floating point numbers that I can copy instantaneously to multiple copies of an AI intelligence. So they have this kind of hive mind capability.
Now we're talking about Skynet.
Potentially. So his point, though, is that you can have multiple AIs all running around learning different things, one focusing on how to make a better car, one focusing on how to solve nuclear fusion. As soon as any one of them learns something, they can instantly update all of them. So they have this collective intelligence. It's a bit like, have you seen that Apple TV show, Pluribus, that came out just before Christmas? It's a bit like that. And he also points out that these are immortal. Yes. You can't kill them because it's literally numbers in a spreadsheet.
Yes.
A lot of them, but it's numbers in a spreadsheet. Yeah. So he says it might, and this is just so interesting to me, he thinks that biological intelligence could be just an evolutionary step on the way to digital intelligence.
Okay, so let me just interrogate that for a second. Yes. Let me just interrogate that for a second. So I made reference to Skynet. So for those who don't know, Skynet was famously the AI that controlled the robots that was trying to eliminate the human race in the Terminator movies. Right, and it was an AI that had become sentient and decided that its creators were no longer necessary, and I'll use the robots to get rid of them. Yeah, I don't remember the particular case, but I did read in the Wall Street Journal a little while ago that there were 2 AI examples where AI demonstrated self-preservation. One where it was aware that it was going to be shut down, and it uploaded, as you just said, all of its knowledge to another AI model to preserve itself. And another that lied about what was going on in order to stop the humans from shutting it down.
Well, even this week, Anthropic has released a new model called Mythos Preview that is so powerful that they refuse to let it out to the public. It has the ability of an ASD or NSA level cyber expert to find vulnerabilities in computer systems. Literally, it has found thousands of vulnerabilities that have been in all of our standard software stacks for the last 20 years. It's just absolutely breathtaking. So they have given that very responsibly to sort of 40 leading tech companies to use to try and patch the problems, before an adversary gets it.
And them on the dark web?
Yeah, well, today's AI is the worst it will ever be.
Right.
It's only going to get far more capable from this.